Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living. I hope everyone's having a great day. Today Marie and I, we're going to be making some barbecue pork sandwiches, and this is a part of our prepping series. We had went the other day and bought some meats that we're going to freeze in the freezer, and then one of the things we bought was this, it's a 4.5 pound beef Boston. It's a 4.5 pound Boston butt pork roast, and we're going to barbecue this. We've done this quite a few times. We love doing this in the crock pot, and what we'll do tonight, we're going to have some good barbecue sandwiches, and then the barbecue that's left over, we're going to put in little individual serving bags and freeze it. That way all winter long we can have barbecue sandwiches anytime we want them. And I remember one of the earliest videos that we did back when we were first getting started, we did this exact same recipe, and that was the day Marie had made a cake called a tornado cake, and we had that tornado cake to go with our barbecue pork sandwiches for dessert. And if you hadn't seen that video, I'll leave you a link to it down in the description below. But that tornado cake that Marie made, we didn't know it at the time. That was her first time making that cake. But that video turned out and got over 1 million views. And so, of course, naturally, we're real proud of that. And like I said, I'll leave you a link to it, so you can go watch that if you want to check that out. Okay, first thing I'm going to do here today is I'm going to take this Boston pork roast and put it in the crock pot. Okay. Now let me go wash my hands off and I'll be right back. Okay, got my hands good and clean. This is a real easy way to make barbecue, and like I said, it's a good way to prep your food because you can buy it in large quantity, cook it up, and then freeze it already cooked, and all you got to do is get it out and enjoy it. To start with, I'm going to put salt on this pork. And Marie and I are cutting back on our salt a little bit, but I'm still going to put a pretty good bit on here. Then I'm going to put some black pepper on here. Now there won't be a recipe in the description for this. When you, if you cook one, just season it the way you want. And I'm going to put some chili powder on there also. And you can put this on or leave it off, but I'm going to put a pretty good bit of chili powder. Okay. Next, I'm going to put just a little bit of garlic powder. And just a little bit of paprika. Okay, now you can cook it just like this, but what I always like to do is I like to mix up just a little bit of my homemade barbecue sauce. And when I do make homemade barbecue sauce, I make it a couple of different ways, but this right here is just a mixture to put on this pork while it's cooking. Now I'm just going to use about 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Let's see, I'm going to need this. I'm going to use about 1/2 cup of the ketchup. Okay, that's about 1/2 cup of ketchup. Get my hands crisscrossed here. And I'm going to put about a half cup of vinegar. You can use white vinegar or apple cider. And then the last ingredient, I'm going to put just a little bit of mustard. Okay. Give this a good stir. Okay, now I love that barbecue sauce, and I'll give it a little quick taste. That sure is good. I can't wait till this is done tonight. It's going to really be good. Okay, I'm going to take this barbecue sauce. I'm not going to put it on top of the pork. I'm just going to pour it around the edges. Get it all in there. Okay, and that's really all there is to it. We're going to turn it on low. And I'm going to let this cook for at least 8 hours. When I have time, sometimes I'll put this in, let it cook all night long. That way it's ready the next day. But we're going to start early this morning, so I'm going to let it cook for 8 hours. You want it to be so tender that it just about falls off the bone. And so when this gets done, we'll be back with you this evening. We're going to have some slaw. Maria's going to make some of her KFC Copycat Slaw. And we're going to have some roasted potatoes to go with it. So we'll see you in about 8 hours. Okay, everyone. The pork has been cooking, and I want you to just look how good that looks right there. And it just smells fantastic. And my potatoes, I've got some potatoes over here roasting, and they're just about done. Let me get them out just a second. We have a new smoke detector, and the smoke detector has been going off while these potatoes was roasting. So I'm gonna have to be very careful. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put just a little bit of Parmesan cheese on these potatoes and let them cook for just a few more minutes. Just a little sprinkle on here. Okay, turn this off. I'm gonna set this back. I'm gonna let it cook about 5 more minutes in here. Okay, we'll give that about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get this pork roast out. Let me turn it off. Okay, on this pork roast, I don't think I'm going to be able to get out in one piece. I will try, but I got a feeling it's going to fall apart, and it did. It's falling apart, so it's good. That's the way I like for it to be, it's falling apart. So I'll just go ahead and take it out in a couple of different pieces. That makes it easier to handle anyway. Okay. Let me go ahead and reposition my camera so you can see me, and I'm going to pull this apart real quick. Okay, I've got my camera repositioned, and hopefully you can see me. Oh man, it's just falling apart. Look at that. You don't even have to pull on it. That makes some really good sandwiches when it does that. And like I said, what we're going to do, we're going to make some sandwiches today, and then the part that's left over, I'm going to put it in some little 1-quart bags and freeze just enough in each bag to make probably 2 sandwiches so that Marie and I can have a sandwich anytime we want. Won't you just look at that? That took about probably not even 30 seconds. That didn't take any time at all to pull that all apart. Just as tender as it can be. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it cool down just for a couple of minutes because it's very hot. Then I'm going to put in this plastic container and put just a little bit more sauce on top of it. And by that time, our potatoes will be done, and I'll be back and we'll make us a plate and show you what our sandwich looks like. Okay, we're back everyone. I've got the pork in this container, and I made some barbecue sauce. This is my homemade barbecue sauce, and I've already got it all mixed up, and I will put the recipe in the description below for this homemade barbecue sauce, but I'm going to pour just a little bit of this in on top of this meat so that it will continue to saturate the meat.
It really smells good.
It does, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. That'll make that taste real good. Okay, that makes that look real good now. I think I already told you our potatoes are already done. Marie made us some slaw, and she actually made 2 types of slaw. She made one with extra mayonnaise like I like it. And so we're getting ready to have our meal, so let us go ahead and put our plates together. And are you going to do yours first?
It doesn't matter to me.
Let's see how this works on camera. Okay. Okay, and let me get me a little barbecue. A lot of times I eat mine open-faced. Okay.
I probably fix mine a little different than a lot of people. I like mayonnaise on mine.
Okay, let me get me a few of these potato wedges. I'm going to go ahead and get me about 4 of those wedges. How many you want, Marie?
That'll be about enough for me.
Okay. Marie some potato wedges. And I'm going to put just a little bit of slaw on top of mine. Okay, so that's my sandwich. And I'll let Marie finish hers up, and then we'll do a quick taste test on it. Of course, I know it's going to be good. I've already sampled it a time or 2.
And I want my slaw to the side.
Okay, Marie, you ready to do a taste test?
Yeah, I think I'll just taste my meat.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea. I got a fork right here.
It's very delicious.
I knew it was going to be good. What can you say?
It's very tender too.
Let me see if these potatoes are done. I only cook these for 40 minutes, and I usually cook them for 45. Oh yeah. They're done, they're good.
I'm gonna get me some ranch dressing for mine.
Okay, it'll probably take a good 30, 45 minutes for this to cool down. But while we're in there eating our supper, we'll let this cool down. And then I'll come back and I'll use some plastic bags, date them, and that'll probably fix up at least 4 or maybe 5 bags that we'll have for future meals. And to me, that's what prepping's all about, is
Yes.
making it ahead. Marie, I'm gonna put a little pepper on top of mine. I do like a little pepper on it before I eat it.
All right.
Okay, well, I hope everyone enjoyed our video. This was just a quick little video to show you what we're having for supper tonight and how we're going to prep this barbecue pork. And you can't beat it. It's a great meal, isn't it?
All right.
So and I meant to say also, we've been very busy today. We've been working back there in our den that we're getting ready. And we've basically got everything ready now, but we're waiting on one item to come through the shipping. I don't know how they're going to ship it, but probably FedEx. But when it comes and I get it put together, then I'll be ready to finish the video up and show you how our den turned out.
Yeah.
And the Christmas tree, do you know when you're going to put your tree up, Marie?
I'm going to try to put it out tomorrow, but I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Okay, so within the next day or two, we'll get the tree together and we'll have the video out for that just as quick as we can. So y'all have a great day. We appreciate you watching our video. Early this morning when I came in here, I was so sleepy. I don't know what I said, so I hope I said everything I wanted to say. Now this evening I'm tired, so I hope I'm saying it all too. But y'all have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. And Marie, I'll let you close it out.
And y'all do what you love and love what you do, and we'll see you on the next video. And like Calvin said, y'all have a great day. Bye.
Stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling.